Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Casey. If you like travel, this is definitely going to be a video for you because I wanted to talk about how to get started as a solo traveler. I think it's a little bit intimidating, especially as a woman, to start traveling by yourself. And I love doing it. I'm so happy that I decided to start traveling by myself. So I just wanted to share a way for everyone to kind of get started, feel a little bit better about going on their own. So let's get into it. So first things first, what is solo travel? There's a lot of opinions out there about what counts as solo travel and what doesn't count as solo travel. Me personally, if you're going anywhere on your own, no one that you know is going with you, you're traveling solo. Some people think that if you take a group tour or if you go on a cruise, that type of thing, then you're not traveling solo, and I just don't believe that. So don't let the haters get to you. Don't let others' opinions make you feel bad for thinking, oh, this isn't really true solo travel, whatever. Just do what makes you happy, and if that means to go on a cruise on alone and that's solo travel for you, that's all that matters. The biggest thing to remember when you're traveling by yourself is that you are in control. You are in control of the itinerary, you are in control of the pace, you're in control of where you go, what types of activities you get to do, how much you get to rest, how much you don't get to rest. All of those things are up to you, and that's the beauty of solo travel, is that you get to make those decisions. You're not worried about making sure that someone else is having a good time. You really get to do whatever you want to do, and I think that is an odd concept for a lot of people. But once you do that for the first time, it is a whole new world. It just is, it's so amazing. That's one reason why I travel alone a lot, is just because I get to kind of do what I want to do. And if I want to go jump off a rock cliff into a waterfall, I can. Or if I want to go lay on the beach and read a book for 5 hours, I can do that too. I also love naps. So if I want to stop and take a midday nap, guess what? I can take a midday nap. And I think it's good to remember that you don't have to jam pack your trip. If you just want to relax, or if you're more into DoorDash and hanging out at the hotel, getting a massage, reading your book, that kind of thing, go for it. It is your trip. So keep that in mind, that you can't solo travel incorrectly. One thing that I hear from a lot of people is that they're just afraid. And I think it's completely normal to be afraid, especially in the beginning, to start traveling by yourself. Having anxiety is completely normal. Even me, I still have anxiety sometimes when I travel, especially if I'm doing something new or going a little bit further than before. There's all kinds of different factors that can make you feel anxiety, and that's completely normal. The biggest thing is just not to let that hold you back. You just kind of have to fight through that, especially in the beginning. And I promise it gets easier and easier with the more times you go. So the moral of that story is just do it. My first suggestion for getting out there as a solo traveler is just ease into it. Start small. If you're not someone who goes out to eat in public by yourself, go out to a restaurant by yourself. You can sit at the bar, especially if you're in a place that has like TVs, like a sports bar or something like that. Sitting at the bar and watching the sports, whether you're into sports or not, that just kind of gives you a way to feel more comfortable. You have a distraction, and it's normal for people to go to a sports bar or go to a bar, sit there, talk to the bartender. That's an easy thing to start doing. Another thing you can do is go to the movies by yourself. You know, that I think is an easy thing to do. Just pick a movie, go to the movies. No one cares. I think that's the other thing, is that we think that everyone's always watching us, and 9 times out of 10, they're just going about their business. It's completely normal to feel like we are being watched or that we stand out as a solo person. And I mean, people may notice that we're by ourselves, but honestly, I notice when someone's by themselves. I notice when somebody's in a couple or somebody's with a family. Them noticing you being by yourself is not necessarily a bad thing. They're not judging you. They're not saying, oh, that poor person's here all by themselves. I've never heard anybody ever say that. I've personally never felt that way about anyone. So try to get that out of your mind, that people are watching you and that's what's holding you back. Another way to ease into it is just to go on a close trip. You can go to a very close city, even a place that you've been before. You can go for 1 night, 2 nights, whatever you feel comfortable with, just to start into it, just to see if you like it, to see what you don't like, to see what made you feel comfortable. It's just the courage to get worked up so that you can go bigger or go longer or go further. It's really important to keep in mind to be flexible. I think that social media makes it really easy to forget that this is real life. You know, things happen, flights are missed, flights are canceled, delayed, Hotels aren't what you think they were. Weather is not always perfect. I mean, these kinds of things just happen. It doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. It doesn't mean that you suck at solo traveling. You should never do it ever again. That's not what any of that means. It just means it's real life. So it's really important just to kind of stay calm in those situations and remember that this is normal. It doesn't mean you did anything wrong. Don't be so rigid so that if one thing happens that you didn't plan for, or maybe it just didn't work out the way you wanted it to, that it ruins your whole trip. Just be flexible, adapt to what's going on, and I promise it'll be fine. It just kind of have to roll with the punches, and remember, this is real life. This is not like perfect Instagram every single trip you're gonna take. The best thing to do to get ready for a trip is just do your research. You can research places that are safe for female travel, which, by the way, I'm going to do a whole separate video on how to stay safe as a solo female traveler. That's going to be my next video. So if you guys subscribe and turn on your notifications, you'll know when that gets posted next time. It's really easy now with the internet to Google anything. You can look up safe places to travel for females. You can look at easy places to travel for the first time. You can look up those types of things. There's plenty of Facebook groups for solo travelers. There's female specific Facebook groups. There's plenty of YouTube videos, which you've already started by watching this video. And then there's also like blogs and websites and all kinds of things like that. So you can easily start by just doing a search. And once you do pick a place that you want to go, it'll make you feel a lot better if you research a lot about that place. So you can research where to stay, things to do, how to get around, that kind of stuff. That just makes it a little bit less intimidating when you kind of know the area a little bit better. So I mentioned at the beginning of this video about cruising and doing group tours as a solo traveler, and that's my number one tip. If you are nervous about going somewhere that's a little bit longer, go on a cruise or go on a group tour. Cruises are super easy because pretty much all you have to do is have your shuttle booked from the airport to the cruise terminal, get onto the cruise. You can have your excursions already booked through the cruise company, and then at the end you just get off, you get on your shuttle, you get back to the airport, and you get home. So cruising is super easy. You're around a lot of people. I feel like it's pretty safe personally, and you can have a really good time, and it's just all simple. Logistically, it's pretty simple. So cruises are a great place to start. One thing that I'm a huge advocate for is group tours. I love group tours. I think that they're super easy for a solo traveler and a great way to see countries, especially if you're afraid either for your safety or just navigating by yourself. So I specifically use a company called G Adventures, which I absolutely love them. I'm actually going on my 4th tour with them next week, and I'd like to do a separate video on just their company because I mean, honestly, I just love them. Usually you just have to get your flight and then they book everything else, and you have a tour guide with you the whole time for suggestions. A lot of them do factor in time alone or free time so that you can just go explore without something set in stone. And you get to know the people that are traveling with you, which is really nice. I mean, I've made friends from Australia to Canada. I've met people from Germany in these groups. So it's kind of cool to go on a group tour, and it makes it a little bit less intimidating too because you have somebody with you. I love starting my trips with either a food or walking tour at the beginning of the trip, especially a food tour because I love food and I love trying different kinds of food. So I've found that the food tours or the walking tours at the beginning of the trip kind of give you an insider's look at the city or wherever you are so that you can see places that you want to go back to. You can kind of get a lay of how the public transit is, how the city is laid out. The tour guides are also huge sources of information, so they can give you great suggestions on both places to eat, places to visit, how to get around. So they're a great resource. Another great resource is your hotel staff, anybody that you meet in a cafe or restaurant. They can also give you great suggestions for either how to get around or places to visit. So that's always something to remember when you're traveling, is you can talk to those people and they can give you kind of insider tips. Hopefully this video helped alleviate some fear or anxiety about traveling by yourself for the first time. I hope you have some confidence now to even start those baby steps of just going out to eat by yourself or going to the movies by yourself, so that one day you can reach your goal of traveling a bigger trip by yourself. As always, I really appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe to this video. The next video will be about safety tips for traveling alone, so watch for that, and I'll see y'all then.